In this section, we will look at converting between various units. For example, if we say 68 grains is how many grams? To answer this question, we need to look in the table to see what the conversion factor is. And I prefer to use Table 4 on page 266 in this section because that gives me precise conversions. There are other rule of thumb conversions that you can use that give you an idea, but I think as we start we should go ahead and use the most precise conversions that we have. And looking on that table, what do we see regarding grains and grams? It tells us 15.432 grains is 1 gram. And knowing that fact, we can go ahead and make our conversion. So we have 68 grains. We want to convert grains into grams. And the precise conversion is 15.432 grains is 1 gram. At that point, the grains divide out. We have 68 divided by 15.432. And that gives me about 4.406 if we stick with 3 decimal places of accuracy, 4.406 grams. For the next question, we'll say 8 1/2 ounces. That, of course, would be fluid ounces if I'm converting it this way. 8 1/2 ounces is how many cubic centimeters? On Table 4, it tells us that 1 fluid ounce is 29.574 milliliters. And we know that a milliliter is the same thing as a cubic centimeter. So we're going to convert from 8 1/2 ounces. I'll use decimals to make it a little easier here. 8 1/2 ounces, I'm going to convert that to milliliters, so I want ounces on the bottom. I want milliliters on the top. 1 fluid ounce is 29.574 milliliters. Then I want to convert milliliters to cc's, but that's very easy because 1 milliliter is 1 cubic centimeter. So as things cancel, we just take 8.5 times 29.574, and the result is 251.379. Cubic centimeters. Now you may want to round that to 251 using significant digits, but we'll just go ahead and leave the number like that, and we'll let your science teachers decide how much accuracy they would like you to use. Okay, for my next question, I will say 500 milligrams is how many grains? GR stands for grains. We have the conversion that we used earlier, namely 15.432 grains is 1 gram. So I can go ahead and start with my 500 milligrams. Maybe convert that to grams first. So, milligrams on the bottom and grams on the top. So we know that 1,000 milligrams is 1 gram. And now we can go ahead and convert from grams, G, to grains, GR. And what do we know? We know 15.432 grains is 1 gram. 15.432 grains is 1 gram. And what will that be? It gives me 7.716 grains. Next up, 250 milliliters is how many ounces? So again, we have our conversion from before, namely 1 fluid ounce is 29.574 milliliters. So this time I'm starting with milliliters. And I want to convert milliliters into ounces, or fluid ounces if you'd like. So we want ounces on top. We want milliliters on the bottom to get milliliters to cancel. And what's my conversion? 29.574 milliliters is 1 ounce. So then milliliters would cancel, leaving me with ounces. So we get 250 divided by 29.574, and we get 8.453 ounces. Next up, I want to look at the following question. 20 milliliters is how many teaspoons? Well, the only problem with this is what exactly is a teaspoon. That's a somewhat inaccurate unit of measurement, although for certain medications, over-the-counter, cold remedies, maybe the medication is given in teaspoons, so we want to be able to convert these things if necessary. To find the less official numbers, the approximate equivalents, go to Table 3 on page 266. And there it tells us that 1 teaspoon is 5 milliliters. And again, I'm uncomfortable saying equal, so I'll say approximately equal to 5 milliliters. In culinary work, a teaspoon is defined as 5 milliliters. But again, it tends to be a fairly inaccurate type of measurement. So looking at this, we're going to look at 20 milliliters. We want to convert that to teaspoons. So milliliters on the bottom, teaspoons on the top. What are they saying? 1 teaspoon is 5 milliliters. Milliliters would cancel. 20 divided by 5 would be 4 teaspoons. Now let's switch our unit of measure here. Let's say 175 pounds is how many kilograms? We get 2.205 pounds equals 1 kilogram on the conversion chart. So we want to convert pounds to kilograms, so we'll say 175 pounds. Converting pounds to kilograms, pounds downstairs, kilograms upstairs. 2.205 pounds is 1 kilogram. You'll notice the pounds go away, kilograms left. 175 divided by 2.205 gives us 79.365. Result, of course, here is kilograms. Next up, I'll go with 500 milliliters is how many pints? So it's going to require us to know the conversion from ounces to pints. So we know that 1 fluid ounce is equal to 29.574 milliliters. Awfully close to 30, but again, we'll try to be precise here. So we're starting with 500 milliliters. Let's convert that to ounces first. So we need milliliters to cancel. Put milliliters on the bottom. Put ounces on the top. 1 fluid ounce is 29.574 milliliters. And then we want to convert ounces to pints. So we need ounces to go away, and we need pints to go on top. In this country, 16 ounces is 1 pint. So you'll see milliliters cancel, ounces cancel, pints is left. What do we get? 500 in the numerator, and the denominator we have 29.574 times 16. If we divide all that, we should get about 1.06. So you can see that 500 milliliters is fairly close to 1 pint, just a share more than 1 pint. If we have charted symbols, for example, if I have something like this, we have to recognize what those terms represent. So converting this is 4 drams, fluid drams, is how many minims? So to answer this question, we need to find the conversion. So for this one, we look at Table 1 on page 265. And that tells us that 60 minims is 1 dram. So using that factory start with 4 drams, we want to convert that to minims. 4 drams over 1. We want drams to cancel. Drams on the bottom. Minims on top. 60 minims is 1 dram. Drams cancel. 4 times 60, 240 minims.